We're back again, folks. Another video, another MMA topic to speak about. Not a topic that I've never covered before. As you all know, it's kind of a topic that I've covered a few times. However, it's kind of an extension of a topic, and obviously you all know what I'm talking about. The Israel Adesanya versus Dricus Du Plessis situation. I was done. I made my last video on it. I said I'm not speaking about the situation again. I'll maybe talk about it on a stream or like in a separate video. I might just mention it, throw it in there, but there's actually been a statement made by Dricus's coach, Dricus Du Plessis' coach, regarding the racial battle and all of this, and I just thought I'd read it, give my final thoughts on the situation, respond to some comments that are just absolutely outrageous, calling me racist, calling me all this and that, which is just completely, couldn't be further from the truth, and just responding to you NPCs that are saying, oh, Izzy's a real African, he's black. It's like, of course he's a real African. Of course I know he's Nigerian. I never said he wasn't Nigerian. No one's ever said this. You all are just lying, blatantly lying and talking absolute rubbish, saying I'm lying, the MMA community's lying, just for giving Izzy a bit of hate. Apparently we're all the liars and all wrong, despite it being 90% of the community, apart from, yeah, I'm not even going to get into it. I find it ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to read this quote that Dricus's coach put out, and this is the guy that runs CIT in South Africa. And actually, fun fact for you, after the videos I made before, all these South Africans were saying, look, we'll get you over to CIT, we'll get you training in South Africa, and they were giving me like flight itinerary, they were giving me all this, like really supporting me, and they were saying it's got a really dangerous place, you should walk this street and all this, and I was like, guys, I can't just go to South Africa, I can't afford to. But obviously if any of you want to fund me going to South Africa, there's a link down below to support the streams and stuff like this. But I'm going to read you this, okay? To true MMA fans, this is the fight business, not race, not colour, nor religion. Izzy said some stupid things like we all do when we had a bit too much to drink. Fair play. That's a good thing to say. Forget about it. Exactly. Don't get brainwashed. Nobody's like Helwani. Don't get brainwashed by FN. Nobody's like Helwani, the whittaker. What does FN stand for? Don't get brainwashed by FN. I don't know. I'm most likely being stupid. As all white and black South Africans, we don't even talk about the past. We work towards the future, getting involved into something you don't even understand and baiting it out for your own little glory. F you. He's talking about Ariel Helwani, which is completely what he's been doing. So thank you for calling him out, little worm. Dricus and Izzy will fight, and when they are in the cage and the gate goes click, 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 they will be on their own. None of the bullshit above matters. It's warrior against warrior. So fucking true. And whoever done his homework will be the victor. Please don't jump on the bandwagon and support these idiots trying to hype the fight. This fight, I promise you, will hype itself. Exactly. Thank you for saying that. That's a thing I'm going to speak about some of the comments I'm getting later. Izzy said a lot of dumb things. Always a sign of someone who already is lost in his head. I suppose that's true. So he will have his hiding come fight night. What a fucking word. He'll give him a hiding. Holy fuck. Like we have proven, fight after fight, we will never give up. He said, we don't give up. So please let MMA be the victor here and not some bullshit like the whittaker is trying to make it out to be. Thank you so fucking much. Ariel Helwani has literally manipulated this into a race battle the same way Adesanya has, just because he wants to be bum buddies with the champion of the world. Fuck you, Ariel, you little cunt. I fucking hate you to bits. Literally, I hate you to bits. Cannot stand you. When I'm in the UFC, never once doing an interview with you. You stand for rubbish, you stand for shite, you stand for nothing that's close to the truth. You just want views and attention. Here's what we're going to talk about. Thank you for him just being blatantly honest. The fight will sell itself. Israel Adesanya in his UFC career has never done over 1 million pay-per-views. It's a very, very tough thing to do, but in recent interviews in the last 2 fight camps, he's saying he wants to get that, and he don't think this will be it, but he wants to get that. I think this is his last final big attempt of making a little situation a massive deal and blowing it out of proportion. He's done it in the complete wrong way. It's ruined his credibility. turned everyone against him, but maybe it'll make people watch the fight. And I think as he's going to retire within the next year or two, I don't think he'll be staying around much longer than that. He is an old man essentially now. He's 34, 33. So all I'm going to say is I think that could be a reason of why this has happened and why he's just playing the bully and playing the heel. You know, there's a big thing. All of Adesanya's fans are saying he's a true Nigerian. He left Nigeria because he was bullied in school and his dad got an opportunity and all this. And it's fair enough why he left. I'm not questioning why he left. However, why are we feeling bad for him that he got bullied? Like, some people do genuinely just deserve to be bullied because of how they are. And but he also got bullied in New Zealand. He claims it was for being dark-skinned, which obviously is an issue as well. But, like, I'd bully Adesanya. I think he's a dickhead, He'd probably batter me, but I'd try bully him too. That's a terrible thing to say. I should have said that, but whatever. I'm gonna leave that in. I don't care. That's funny. That's a joke. Calm down, you little snowflakes. I'm just appreciative that Dricus' coach has come out and actually said this. It's a fight, and everybody in the comments who's saying, "Oh, you don't understand the situation and all this. They're just trying to sell a fight." Of course, I understand that. I've been an MMA fan my whole life, almost, and of course I know when people are trying to sell a fight, but they're selling a fight and then they're turning a little situation into a racial battle and splitting the continent that you're saying you're fighting out of. It's literally like saying, I'm an African, I'm born in Africa, I'm fighting out of Africa, but not Dricus' side of Africa. I'm splitting my continent and I'm making it about white versus black people, which the amount of black-skinned South Africans in my comments coming out saying thank you and all this for being real and understanding it is a lot. And I don't think this fight does over 1 million buys. I think it maybe does 500,000 buys. If it's a stacked card, 700,000. Israel Adesanya, whatever the fuck you want to say, he is not a fucking superstar. There's not a chance in fuck I would ever consider Israel Adesanya a superstar. And if that's the fucking superstar we've got in the UFC now, God help us, MMA is going to die, because he's not a superstar. He's boring. His personality, I'm gonna leave you frozen like Elsa. Ha, botched. It's like, it's not superstar behavior. It's not a demeanor of a superstar. He doesn't walk in with his glasses on, his suit on, and we get goosebumps and think, oh, he's so fucking cool. He walks into an arena and we go, oh, there's Izzy walking in. He doesn't give you that emotion. And he came out with this on his YouTube channel the other day, and he was like, no matter what you think, even if you hate me, I make you feel something and all this. And I was like, I suppose you do make me feel angry, but it's not you don't get the feeling of, oh my god, this man's a superstar. You're not a superstar. Like, you've completely killed your career by fighting boring fights and not doing what you should be doing to impress people, and you're not a superstar whatsoever. I'm just letting you know. And my phone's pinging. I'm so sorry, folks. Let me turn this off. My god. Just want to throw that out there. And this is MMA will win in the end. They will fight. It'll be a bigger fight because of the stuff that's gone on. I'm happy someone's actually come out and said, look, this isn't about race. Closing the book on it. Thank you. And to everyone in the comments that has been giving me the world of grief and the world of shite online, fuck all of yous, because I don't care. I see your comments come through. I see all the support. Then I see the odd one that's terrible. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, shut up. And it doesn't affect me, but it's annoying, of course. Like, anybody who's new to getting a little bit of, like, not fame, but a little bit of comments and stuff, of course you're gonna read them. I read every single comment. I react to every single comment, good and bad, and I argue my points, and I want to give you guys good, honest takes, which people have been appreciating. And I just wanted to come out and say, at least people are now realizing that this whole facade that Ariel and Izzy have been giving off has just been nothing more than a play to stay bum buddies with each other. It's the community's realizing Izzy's a sad little man, and he's having an identity crisis, and the way he switches up is ridiculous, and the way he justifies himself is just horrible. And he's not an individual that I'd ever want to be like. I mean, I'm sure he's a lovely man in person, but the way he lies and the way he makes things up and the way I manifested this and all this and that, it's like, you know what? He's not. It's just because he's cringe. He's so cringe, and he's not a fucking superstar. People, Someone like Charles Oliveira is a superstar. He's the biggest star the UFC has right now. He's the closest thing to the superstar. We don't have a superstar right now. This is the thing. I've got the words fucking superstar tattooed on my arm. I know the definition of a fucking superstar. Israel Adesanya is not a superstar. John Jones is not a superstar. The closest thing in the UFC we have to a superstar right now is Oliveira. Go over the champions. Is he? No. Light heavyweight, no champion. Heavyweight John Jones, he's not a superstar. He maybe does 400k buys. Bantamweight Aljo, definitely not a superstar. O'Malley, if he becomes champ, closer to a superstar, but also not a superstar. He'd be a big star, but not a superstar just yet. Give him a few more fights. But then also his personality is a bit dry, you know. Bantamweight Pantoja, can't speak English, not a superstar. Great fights, all phenomenal MMA fighters. Welterweight Leon Edwards, not a superstar. Coming up in any of those divisions, just see a superstar. Ian Gary, big star potentially if he just runs through everyone. The next coming of McGregor gives him a little boost. Not a superstar though, you know. Superstars are once every 20 years, you know. Israel Adesanya is not a superstar. He's a phenomenal champion, the same way Usman was, who's got this little gay, funny personality who draw people. People draw attention to him, right? And attention's drawn to him, but he's not a superstar. And people are confusing the word superstar with big personality or big persona. He's big in the MMA world. That's the thing, though. Like O'Malley's big in the MMA world, and he has like kind of like that TikToker era kind of behind him. You know, the Nelk Boys, Jake Paul, and all this and that. You know, and Ian Gary, he's doing. Can I just say, if Ian Gary had a YouTube channel, he'd be a much bigger star because his Instagram is actually really good. How he like kind of shows you snippets of his life and stuff. So that's really good. You know, I can actually see somebody like Nathaniel Wood becoming a superstar at some point. I just can. I can just see him flatlining Andre Fili and then tearing through featherweight and just like being this funny little English guy, maybe getting a few million followers. I can't see him necessarily being a superstar, but a big star. You know, you can see Max Holloway, he's big. He's not a superstar, though. He's lost to Volk 3 times. Volk, not a superstar. He doesn't have quite of that personality, but he's a great fighter. One of my favourite fighters to watch because he's so good. You know, Francis Ngannou was never a superstar. Heavyweight, you know, Aspinall, not got the personality, you know. I'm just letting you guys know. Like, if we sit back and speak, Adesanya's not a superstar, so stop defending your boy and saying that he's the greatest thing to ever happen to the UFC, because realistically, he most likely lost the money on after the Romero fight. The Costa fight was good because it had a good lead up, but then he leg kicked him at range. Good performance though, phenomenal performance. But I'm just letting you know, like, come on guys, please. Anyway, have a nice day, folks. Love you. Bye bye.